hello to the YouTubes. I'm gonna start cracking up and giggling. It's gonna be great.
First, Kpop, sorry, my sincere apologies to you and your audience. It's very complicated. So, but I am alive. I am here. I literally was hauling ass from like, yeah. Anyway, so it's like, son of a bitch. So, yeah. So I'm here. I am here.
Listen, if there's any stream that you can fuck up on, it's this one.
Yeah, but you usually don't do it twice in a row. So like you get like maybe one of these and then you do it again. So to make it up to you and your viewers, everybody in the stream, if you go to my Instagram and message me your address, everybody will get a free comic sent in the mail to them. So my Instagram is Jonboy007007. So any of you guys want something free, some free swag, because I am sending Kpop a big box of free swag for my tardiness. Any of you guys, please message me and let me know. So yes, good only for tonight. So
only for tonight. So yeah, you get
guys want it, send it, and I will send things out. So
amazing.
Yes. So no. I cannot. No free art. I can't do that. Like I after San Diego Comic-Con, and I don't know if all of you guys have been following what's been happening on feeds, but a lot of people end up getting COVID. I did not get COVID, but I ended up getting con crud. So I've been kind of out of it the last couple of days, and then there's family stuff going on. So
I feel so bad. I feel bad. I'm like, no, I'm making you come on my show.
I do recognize you.
Yes, you know Shelby Bobertson.
Yes, I do know Shelby. So I was like, that looks like Shelby. So but I
girl in the house.
But what's up, Shelby? So yeah, so it's been kind of hectic. A lot of things in motion and trying to and then I'm behind on work coming back, and then it was sick, and then family stuff, and then this and that. It's just been
it's been terrible. I know.
It's just been kind of hectic, because I don't know if you guys ever feel like this sometimes, just everything kind of happens all at once, and you just feel like, okay, well, try to do things one at a time, and you just try to get your head into it, and you're just kind of not.
You kind of zone out, and then you feel overwhelmed at the same time. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of. Well, it's not like you're overwhelmed. You're just I can't get my head in this space. And I always think well, you always try to do your best to get work done and get everything done. And it's just sometimes you just can't do everything that you want to do all at once. And it's well, yeah, it's kind of one of those things. But but I am here. So yes, I did sign a 1-100 free comic book day.
That's Kev. So he was running all over San Diego. So I hope you guys probably run into each other. Kev's awesome. Yeah. It was a good show. Did you not go to the show, Kpop? Did you? No, I'm in the Detroit area. I'm trying to get you to Motor City. So we're still going to try to get you to Motor City. Yeah, I hope one day to go to San Diego. My goal next year is to start doing some out of state cons. I want to start with Heroes Con. I think that's a really good one.
Heroes is a good show to do. Pretty artist-centric show, and I think that's North Carolina. I don't know, how close is that to you?
It's probably a couple-hour flight. I guess I'm not too bad.
Will they give you a free ticket in and a free table since you're considered press and podcast?
I could probably by now start applying for all that, because I'm starting to get more peeps coming in here, which is fun.
Yeah, I would definitely hey, what's going on? So, and are you doing New York Comic Con? Or are you?
I would like to do New York, probably not next year, but the year after that. But I know Copy does. Copy, that's one of his main cons. And then a bunch of other guys have been. New York, and a bunch of other guys have been to Heroes Con, because I'd say in the YouTube comic community, I'd say last 2 years there's been 60, 70 people meet up at Heroes. So that's our main go-to con every year. Right. So
yeah, I mean it's a very artist-centric show, which is nice. So I mean, you guys do the whole thing, do the whole art auction and everything, or
Oh, I've seen the art auction there. They get some really cool stuff happening.
Oh yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. They sure do. Like New York is a good show too. I think it's more fun to go as a regular person to the New York show than to exhibit, because exhibiting there it's really tough, like logistically, because there's like the hotels are further away, and it's kind of hard to get in and out, and they kind of search you from top to bottom like every step of the way when you get in, and there's a lot of stairs and all this stuff. And like I don't mean to be like old man complaining or anything, but like where San Diego, it's very easy move in and move out because it's all on the main level, you know.
Yeah.
Whereas New York, it's like, oh man, a lot of logistics, you know, especially if you've got a lot of product and a lot to set up. You have to deal with unions, you have to deal with security and things like, because of course it's East Coast, it's New York, so there's always going to be security issues that you kind of have to deal with. So but I mean, it's a fantastic show. Just to go as a regular person and walk around and kind of like bebop around and enjoy your best life, you know, is always kind of fun.
I love cons. Cons are so much fun to me. I started going out when I was living in the Baltimore area. I started out in Baltimore.
Okay,
Comic-Con.
Baltimore's a good show, I heard too.
Oh, it's so much fun. I haven't been since like 2015, I want to say, but I would love to head back there. It's one of my favorite areas. I love the Chesapeake Bay, and I used to go to Otakon there, which is the anime con, and they moved that to DC, but I love all of that. So.
Oh wow, yeah. See, I haven't done a con like as a regular person in like when's the last time I actually walked around a show without exhibiting at it? Man, I don't know. I think it was probably when I was 17 or 18, because I've been exhibiting since. So yeah, man. It's
what were the cons to go to? Well, sorry.
Walking around. I'm sorry, what's that?
What were the cons did you go to before you started getting your own booth and stuff? Where did you go?
I did the I think one of the first ones I did was San Diego Comic-Con. Then I did the Pittsburgh Comic-Con.
Nice.
Back in the day, the guy who got convicted of murdering his wife, he and his new wife would put that show on.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's kind of trippy. That's where I met like Michael Turner and Dave Finch for the first time on the bus ride over.
I've never met Turner, but he's one of my favorite artists of all time.
Really nice guy. I didn't spend much time with him though, but I spent a lot of time with Dave Finch, and Dave was super great about reviewing my work and giving me an honest assessment about things. And met a lot of people like that Pittsburgh show, and then we would do Chicago. The Wizard World shows were really big back in the old man days. We would all pile in, like, gosh, it'd be the MV Creations crew, which is Matt Tyree and Val Staples, who did the He-Man comics, and myself, and then Robert Kirkman and Tony Moore, and occasionally Corey Walker, and a couple other people, maybe Matt Roberts, maybe. We'd all pile into the same hotel room, and like it'd be like 10 people to one room. So if you guys like, I don't know if you can get away with that these days now. They kind of,
I don't know. I think there's like a limit now at hotels. Like before, it used to be party central, just all moving in there.
Yeah, we would bring sleeping bags or whatever. It'd be like, you know, people sleeping, rocking a V-neck. It would be it was be a bunch of us in one room, just like
that sounds like party. That sounds like so much fun though.
Kind of, yeah. Like trying to break into comics, and like we'd be eating Subway or Spaghetti Factory if we were in San Diego, just trying to like live on a budget. And we would all share like, hey, this party's happening tonight. Like, we should try to go, because we didn't care about partying. We just wanted to meet other pros and meet editors to try to kind of like get your foot in there,
Yeah.
Try to seem to be seen, because back in the day we were like, well, everyone was trying to do their best work, but then it's also trying to like get that work in front of the right people, and comics is kind of cliquish anyway. You can be really good and still not get discovered, which is like escapes me for the weirdest reason. It's like, wow, it's crazy. But that was many years ago. Back when Wizard World was a thing, especially the biggest one was Wizard World Chicago was the one to go to, because that was in Rosemont. And
I always wanted to go to a Wizard World. I was obsessed with Wizards when they were coming out. I had subscription. Those are my babies. I love those. And I would love seing the footage in there and like, oh my God, what is this? I want to go to this.
So cool. This is when I was still pretty much a nobody, like, you know, and I had guys like Buzz. If you guys know Buzz is a great guy. He would always like kind of sneak me in. He's like, oh, just come with me this party for you. So I was like, oh, are you sure? You know, so it's man, yeah. Last Wars of the World. What happened to my last Wars of the World? I hung out with let's see, Dietrich Smith and Marat Michaels. I got to meet Kevin Nash for a hot second.
Ooh, Kevin Nash.
They were doing his comic. And
I have that comic. I love that.
Yeah,
comic.
We were all trying to sneak into the Wizard World party because there was like Kevin Nash was there and a bunch of other guys were there, I think, and they were all doing stuff. And the parties, I guess, were pretty epic, but we weren't invited. We weren't cool enough. So Marat and them got to go because he's Marat. So we were all trying to like, oh, how was it? He's like, I saw so cool. Like, oh. You know, yeah, just back in the day. So funny. Yeah, I guess cons haven't changed that much though, but I'm not much on the party scene though either. So I don't do any of the any of the mixers or anything like that. I'll do I'll do coffee with a couple pros and stuff that I know, and we'll just do a little catch up or do breakfast and chit chat, and then I work the show like at San Diego, and then I'll just at the end of the night I'll go out for dinner, you know, do a little catch up with friends, and then I'll go back to the room and work till like 3 o'clock in the morning and do it all over again. So yeah, see Dietrich, yeah, you know, Dietrich is a good guy. Like yeah, Dietrich's a really super talented artist, man. And I wonder why he's not doing more these days. It's really weird. So I just kind of lost touch with everybody. You know, because once you start working in comics, and it's just like it's just like an it's like a meat grinder a little bit. You're always going, working job. So because like everything's so poorly planned and poorly run, you know, especially these days, that they're kind of like, it's like holes in a ship. They're just trying to like, hey, okay, this guy works this and you guys do that. Okay, oh, can you do this in 2 months from now? We need you to do this cover then. And before you know it, like your whole dance card's full and you're just busy all the time. So, and then you go to cons and you try to, you know, no, I was not one of the Dr. Dooms on stage, which was kind of weird too, right? Like bringing RDJ back for Dr. Doom.
That's been such a hot topic since that was revealed. Between all that and the Deadpool stuff that's been happening, people are going bananas right now.
Yeah. Well, I think it's a Hail Mary, but like I haven't seen Deadpool yet, the Deadpool movie. So like, I mean, good, not good. Like, have you seen it?
I loved it. I'm going to go back next week and see it again. I'm excited about it. It was just such a fun movie. And I think that's what was missing in a lot of the recent Marvel kind of movies.
So Cassandra Nova is the big bad in this, correct?
I don't know if you want to spoil things, but yes, I know a lot of people were
yeah, that's okay. I'll still watch it. I'm just kind of like, I'm seeing tidbits of everything now on like video clips on everyone's Facebook feeds. So dubbed in Espanol. So, but it's like, you know, Blade and Elektra and I guess Johnny Storm's in there, but then he's at the end, right? He gets killed at the end, or what?
There's all kinds of stuff that happens in this movie. Let me tell you, there's like so many things happening and so many things that you wouldn't have expected to happen in this movie. You're just like, what is happening?
Discuss them. I want to hear all about it.
You want us to do a spoiler?
Yeah, I think it's okay. Like, I'm looking. Like, is everyone here seen it? Yeah,
I don't know. Has everyone seen it? If they stop getting spoiled and watch it.
Oh, I will see it when I'm healthier, but Tucson. Excuse me. If I got an invite, I probably would come to Tucson, but I don't know. I've got bad memories of Tucson. Nothing from you, Shelby, but it's just like
dang, Shelby.
Yeah.
It was weren't you up there with
Tucson? If I showed up to Tucson, I might get run out of town. I don't know.
That might be true. Him and Frega. I think you guys were at the con last year. Or was that a different con I'm talking about? Shelby and Frege.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen Dan in years. Is he still at cons, or is he?
Yeah, it was a couple months back. They were at a con together.
Oh, okay, right on. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, no, I really loved the vibe that was happening in the Deadpool movie. So I don't know if you guys in chat want to talk about this, but we could talk about Deadpool if you guys want to talk about Deadpool. I'm so geeked for this.
I want to hear about Deadpool. Everyone was talking about it at the show, and I was too busy because I was working. So everyone's like, "All right, about Deadpool. Gamma's in it, and I'm like, Blade's in it." I'm like, Blade, like.
Oh, there were so many cameos in it that I was stunned by some of them. I know you guys did Old Man Con.
Yes.
And you know what's funny? Because we had you on in May for AAPI.
Right.
Shelby and Jay have been harassing me to do White Boy Summer. So they felt left out.
Well, now you got Old Man Con. That's it.
I know. You got Old Man Guy. That's it.
Shake's Fist Cloud Con. Like, well, yeah. See, Shelby knows what it's like to do like back in the day, right?
And then dude, I love his old studio things when he's always yelling at how he had to go on Taco Bell runs for people. That's my favorite.
That sucks, man. To be low man on the Taco. I was like, I'd rather draw, but it's like, but you know, they have DoorDash now. You can just DoorDash it right now.
You can do that, but back in the day, because we used 16 back in the day, whenever that was, they were like, obviously, send this kid on his bike to go get some Taco Bell for us. And then
I am down for spoilers. It's okay for spoilers. Like I think some people. Like it doesn't bother me because like everything's in the vernacular anyway. I think if I go online, it's you're gonna get it anyway. If I go on Facebook, you're gonna get it anyway. I mean, everything I've seen so far, it's been like in my feed. I'm like, what? Okay, is this actually happening? Because like I saw pictures of like some of the variant Wolverines and Henry Cavill Wolverine. It's like, okay.
Oh, that was fun to see because he looks
I know the
hot. Let me tell you.
Does he look good as Wolverine?
Oh, he looks really good as Wolverine. He looks like, really good as Wolverine.
I mean, maybe he's going to be the new Wolverine. Who knows?
Could be. Yes.
Could be. So, is Loki in this by chance or no?
There's Loki things in it, but not Loki. So it really kind of takes place after one of the seasons of Loki, I think, in the timeline, because they do go into the void place.
Well, I'd imagine this is when. Pre-King, right? Or
Is it? So does it take place after season 1 or season 2 of Loki? I don't remember that.
Does anybody know?
Yeah, let us know in chat because yes, spoilers. 3, 2, 1. Oops, we're talking.
Yes, and yes, I will be at Fan Expo Toronto. So and Chicago. Chicago is going to be a great show. If you guys can make Fan Expo Chicago, we did a special Transformers #1 reprint. It's going to be cardstock trade dress with Megatron and Optimus on the cover, and then there's a foil one which is Virgin. But the good thing about that show is, if you guys are coming, is that Peter Cullen and Frank Welker are going to be there. So this is probably one of the last times you're going to be able to get them to sign together. So if you're there, you should go get it signed. So it is after season 2 of Loki. So then, thank you, man. I love Prime too. He's great. It takes place after Loki is the king of stories, or like.
Yeah, so it takes place after season 2 of Loki because they kind of tie in some of that with the Void and then the Cassandra Nova stuff that's happening there. But you get a lot of cool cameos in the Void that you would not have thought of, like you said, the Johnny Storm. And I was not expecting this. And then we got Gambit, which was amazing. And I never thought once in a million years did I think I would like him as Gambit, but I liked it. It happened. Yes.
Well, he is from New Orleans. That guy is from New Orleans. So he's just talking like he normally talks. But like, out of curiosity though, are they all variants that are there?
They don't address that, but they just say that they're there.
Are they variants? Were they brought there by Loki? How did these guys?
They were brought there by the TVA. That's all they said. They didn't say how long some of them were there, but they said that they've been there a while. And it was really interesting to see like the mix of people that were there and that were like kind of been, they were variants. Okay. I need to go watch this again because there was just so much happened that you were like, wow, there's just so many characters and things that you had to zoom in on and figure out what was going on.
So is Taylor Kitsch the real Gambit version? And
ooh, like, interesting. Because it was shocking because Blade walked through the door. I was not expecting that either. And I was like, wow.
Right, but he's old man Blade, kind of,
yes,
right?
He was, yeah.
Like the gray and like, but then Jennifer Garner's in it as Elektra, right?
Yes, yes.
It's kind of strange. But then Daphne Keene's in it, but she old X-23 or young X-23?
Well, she's older than she was in the Logan movie, so she made it that far. But that's all I say. Yes. Okay. Yeah. But now I'm excited. I'm gonna go watch this again because it were, like you said, like so many like little things that were happening that I just adored, and I love that they threw those kind of things in there. And I loved all the different Deadpools. I love the dog. The dog was.
Well, did the dog do anything though?
It did. It had the best on-screen time. It was just amazing. It was so much fun. They didn't have the Gambit version. Yeah, they did not have the Tyler Kirsch in it. Yeah.
So this Gambit is the variant Gambit or a variant Gambit. Yeah. I'm just wondering how these guys ended up here because, like, well, is this like the Isle of Lost Toys or something where you just like, okay, my universe is gone, we'll just stick you there, or like, oh, you don't belong here, we're gonna put you in purgatory, or like, why don't they just erase them? I don't understand.
So they kind of moved him because they were saying that their timelines died. Was how they were in there.
Well, but why were they scared then if their timelines died?
Well, that's a good question because they did just stick him in the void, but they might have put him in there for ulterior reasons because that's kind of how it starts in the first place. Because it's like some people in the TVA that are doing nefarious things, and that's kind of how Deadpool gets.
So there's some bad guys in the TVA.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe Loki,
which makes more sense
because he's the Lord of Stories, brought those guys there because he knew how it was going to play out, and he set things in motion, right?
Yes.
Oh, yes, it's from the canceled. Oh, okay. So his universe
was fun. Yeah.
The Fox universe got canceled, and all those characters ended up there.
Yes. That's what they were trying to like get rid of the Fox stuff and bring it in. But then at the end, it was interesting because stuff happens where they're kind of probably in the new timeline that has happened. So we might be seeing them again.
Wait a minute, what?
Yeah, exactly. What? Yes.
They're coming back. So
at the end of stuff that happens, they made a deal at the end. I know we're getting into lots of spoilers today. That's okay. It's been out a while. You're fine.
Yeah.
But they got into at the end. There was a thing that was happening because they were hiding. Yeah, right here. They were in the void, but they were hiding on the outer lands type thing to avoid Cassandra Nova and all those guys. Because she was just.
What was she doing with them? Was she collecting or killing variants, or what was she like? Join me, and like, what was her big plan here? I don't understand. Like, just wants to rule the void. Like, congratulations.
She was sent there as like a baby, like before, because they didn't know she was like a thing, and then they sent her there like in the womb or whatever. She grew up there, type situation, and it was interesting. I like how they threw that together, but she had a deal with the corrupt TVA guy. So she was there. She wanted to stay there on the void because she liked it. And then she found out the guy was kind of like double crossing her. And
Matthew McFadden was double crossing her.
I don't remember the guy's name.
The guy who brought him in, I guess the guy who played.
Was it Paradox? Is it Paradox the guy's name from the TVA?
Okay.
I want to.
Yes. Okay. Interesting.
You know.
So he double crossed her and he brought Deadpool in to take her out?
So something about he wanted to wipe out the timeline of Deadpool, the one that Deadpool's movies is on.
Why?
And because they lost their Logan, and Logan was the main guy that was keeping the timeline going and was slowly already starting to die.
So he's the key character to some universes, right?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. So that was fun. Yeah.
Okay. So I got you. So if there's no Logan in that universe, that's why the Fox universe fell apart, because Logan died.
Yes, he was the anchor being for the Deadpool timeline. So they sent him back to go find other they either said he either wants it to either just end the line, or he goes, well, I'll just work it out if I find another Logan to bring back here. So that was his mission. So that's kind of why he goes back to see all the different Wolverines.
Oh,
so he's trying to find the one that's going to fit in his line. Yeah.
Be the Wolverine of that world. And he's like,
yes.
No. But then how do they clue on to this whole scheme of like, oh, this is a big double cross?
When they meet Cassandra Nova, and then they go and they try to hide out for a little bit, and then they meet the other characters.
The other Deadpool variants?
They meet some of them in there, and that's when they meet the dog and some other stuff. But
so Lady Deadpool is trying to kill them, though, right?
For a hot minute. For a teensy bincy.
They're all Deadpools. Why wouldn't they all get along?
That's a good question. I don't know. But yeah, they came out of the thing. They were all amped up, in which had one of the best fight scenes of all time.
Yeah, but why were they fighting? Because they're all Deadpools. Didn't they recognize that? Hey, we're all
Sugar Bear, a.k.a. Peter, comes and unites them all. And they're like, Peter! Ah!
Oh, they all knew who Peter is.
Yeah, because they basically said that there was always a Peter in their whatever version they were from, which is amazing, because I love the Peter character.
Okay, cool. Was Shatterstar in it?
Yes, they did show him a few times.
Okay,
he wasn't really in it, but they showed him a few times. So I really think that they're gonna come out with like up here. We were talking about the X-Force movie up here. I really think that would happen because So when you move off of the last Deadpool, because I binged 1 and 2 before I saw this, none of the characters really from 2 are in there. Like there's a few, but not like the main characters. So no Weasel, no Cat, no Cable. The little guys that were in there, but Peter, I think, is the only one that's in there from 2. I know Peter had me dying.
Well, you said Peter and Shatterstar, right?
Yeah, but he wasn't really like in it, like just a side things. Yes, she was in it. Yeah, they were going through some relationship stuff at the moment, so you got to see like in the funk moment of Deadpool,
getting along.
No, it was all kinds of stuff.
Oh, Juggernaut's in it.
That's right. So it's the X-Men movie Juggernaut, not the Juggernaut from the last movie.
Oh, so it's Vinnie Jones. Vinnie Jones is in the movie?
Yes.
No Dazzler?
Yeah. Oh. No Dazzler, yes.
Okay. Not the one from Deadpool 2. Gotcha.
Yeah. So. They did show Colossus, Yukio, and Nega Sonic Teenage Warhead a tiny bit, but not like as main characters.
Oh, they're just kind of like in the beginning, like
yeah. They kind of have like a family type moment where they're just sitting around talking type thing. They're not really like
my first time getting pegged. Like
yes, they did actually mention this in the movie.
Well, they didn't cut that out. That's good. So okay. Wow.
Yes, so that's actually pretty awesome. Like they did that, but yes, Peter Deadpool was so good.
So it did redeem itself a little bit as a movie then. So
yes,
one of the better Marvel movies of the year. Then
it was one of my favorite movies I've seen in the last couple of years.
Better than Marvel's, better than Shang-Chi or Shang-Chi.
I liked Shang-Chi, but I enjoyed it more than
Sam Liu. I do not.
Yeah. Oh, you don't like him? I didn't mind him because I'm really big into all the martial arts movies, but I didn't mind him as Shang-Chi. I didn't mind him at all. But I don't know. I'm excited to see what happens with that character too in another movie.
Yeah. I'm pretty interested to see how they're gonna tie all this in, because like you have a lot of like kind of lower tier characters in the Marvel U, and it's kind of hard because like these guys don't have the same kind of gravitas as hey, what's up, Ryan?
Yeah,
they don't have this, in my opinion, they don't have the same type of gravitas as like a Captain America or Cap and Falcon. There's a new Cap, of course, who is Sam Wilson, but I mean like there's too much change all at once, and it's kind of like. Like I don't know if I have any favorites. I am looking forward to Brave New World, but I'm a little hesitant. My heart's been broken already by like Thor, Love and Thunder.
Oh, I didn't. I have a love-hate relationship with that movie. I liked it. I just wish they would have focused either on the Jane Foster thing or more on the gore thing instead of mixing both together. Because I think they ruined the storylines when they did that because there was just too much happening.
Yeah, too jokey, right? Like everything's Guardian of the Galaxy. No one is like serious. And it's like, well.
It'd be interesting. Well, they did show Thor in the Deadpool movie, so I wonder if they would ever go in and show something to do with Deadpool crossing over into the things because he was trying to be an Avenger at one point. So
I gotcha. Well, this is maybe in the future then, because he's going to be in other Marvel movies. He's going to be in Secret War, so maybe this is.
They did show little snippets of some Secret War stuff happening in there, so they were already hinting at that in there.
Captain America. Oh yeah, sorry Ryan, you're in the wrong stream, buddy.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, we did the 3, 2, 1 spoiler alert. Cover your ears and your eyes, Ryan. Cover your ears and eyes. Cover your ears and eyes.
Yes.
Ears and eyes. Ears and eyes.
Yeah. Finger cuffs, buddy. Finger cuffs. Finger muffs, right? So yeah.
One of those. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of interested to see how they're gonna tie the rest of it, because now are they gonna keep Hugh Jackman as Wolverine going forward?
They kept joking about that, saying that they were going to force him now to be Wolverine until he's 90 during the whole movie. So I think he's going to be coming back for sure.
Well,
also,
Robert Downey Jr. is the same age and he's still acting. So.
He's the same age. Oh, he is. Let me tell you, when I say Wolverine is jacked, Wolverine's body is. I'll tell you, he's going to be coming back. There's no way he's not coming back. And that it was great.
Well, I think he had fun. Like I was not a big fan of Logan, so I didn't like the movie at all. I was like,
I liked Logan. I didn't care for the ending on Logan, but yeah, they that is the opening though in the Deadpool movie
at all. Any of his films, just like Indiana Jones, life's like that. Like that was not. Everything's so depressing, and like there's no. I think hero movies at the end should be about hope and things like that. And I think a character like Wolverine probably deserved a lot better send off than he did. Yeah, and the X-Men deserved a lot better send off than he did. But like, so this timeline's Logan. How did the X-Men die? Just out of curiosity.
So this is the one they went through a couple of things about that, and this is the one where he went away and they came back. They all died, and he went on a rampage. Logan.
Oh, he killed them all. No,
they didn't say that, but a bunch of people online are speculating that that's what happens.
Oh, like
in his timeline.
Okay.
Yeah, Berserker Wolverine.
Well, like in the Old Man Logan, he got tricked by Mysterio that they were all like something else, and he went Berserker mode and killed everybody. He thought they were bad guys trying to be the X-Men. He killed them.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, mute if you don't want spoilers, but yeah. So. They talked about it a couple times, and people were kind of speculating which Wolverine it was, because they said something like he went away to the bar and got drunk, and then when he was drunk, he came back. They were all dead. It's all they kind of mentioned, and then he went on a rampage after that, just killing a bunch of people. But they didn't say what or who he killed. But some people were trying to speculate.
He wasn't there for the X-Men, and maybe he lived it down, or they all got killed. He wasn't there.
Yeah. It kind of did seem like Old Man Logan, but like a different version of the Old Man Logan a little bit.
Oh, yeah. I got you. Yeah. Why does I look like I'm in the void? Because I am in the void.
Oh.
So I've got a light over my camera. So it creates this weird halo effect, but it's like I've got this. Yeah, I've got to fix my setup. I've been too busy, too much work. So I have this whole new computer setup I still have to finish. I've had it for like a year and a half, and I haven't set it up yet. So
same. I've had this whole laptop, and I haven't even set up any of my stream stuff. I'm just like, whatever, we're going with this.
He's not X-23 movie Wolverine. Okay.
Yes, because he didn't know about X-23.
Yeah, I'm kind of like hot and cold about X-23. I'm not big on like. I think characters, when you bring in characters, they should be definitely unique characters and like. Not a 1-for-1. I feel like X-23 is kind of a 1-for-1 for Wolverine. Like we have 2 Captain Americas, kind of like 3 Wolverines, because you have Dakin, you have a bunch of other guys running around. You have I think the whole multiverse thing I feel like is a little. I wish they would kind of end the multiverse thing. I think we're really kind of like wringing the last like few drops out of this jacket that we're trying to dry. You know what I mean? Because it's just like it's too much. Because honestly, like the more characters you are of a single character, then it's kind of like it's almost nihilistic. It's like Rick and Morty. Nothing matters. There's so many versions of this. It doesn't matter. If one dies, we just replace it with somebody else. You know what I mean? And it's kind of like, well, it seems. I don't know.
Michael has left a super chat saying, how many of these we got to send to end the spoilers?
Oh, well, yeah, we can talk about something else.
We can talk about something else, but
look, this is all that people were talking about at Comic-Con.
This is for sure.
You know what I mean? So, like, I hate to break it to you guys, like at Comic-Con, that's all people were talking about after the first day.
That's gotta be hard. So
I think it was Thursday or Friday was the Deadpool thing, and that's all. about.
Even online, it was really weird. So people would post their new comic book day hauls, nothing to do with Deadpool, nothing to do with Wolverine, nothing. They would post the picture, then underneath it, put a giant spoiler underneath of what happened in the movie. I was like, why would you do that? What would you do that for? I know.
Well, I mean, like some people rage about it, but it's yeah, it's excuse me, it's not that big a deal, right? I mean, it's like you still see the movie and enjoy it. I mean, you're still gonna have an experience. I mean, not everything's gonna be a big surprise or anything, but I mean, I think people know that there's big surprises coming because that's been seeded this whole time. Like, oh
yeah, for sure.
So, yeah.
But yeah, no, all day today on Instagram and Twitter, that's all I saw today were just massive, just Deadpool spoilers,
right,
galore. Right. And I was like, okay, I guess we're just doing that today.
Yeah, I feel kind of bad though because no one's really talking about like Fantastic Four. They're really talking about Doctor Doom and they're talking about Deadpool, Wolverine, LFG. Yeah. That's it. That's all they're talking about. Like, and I didn't know what LFG meant until someone told me like, let's effing go. I'm like, oh, okay. That's what that means. So
yeah, I know.
So. Yeah, I mean, you know, everybody can rage about anything. I'm just saying, like, in the grand scheme of things, it's kind of like, yeah, that's cool. Because like when you watch Star Wars as a little kid, you told all your friends about it, and they wanted to go watch it too. And then like it's a shared experience, and then you like talk about like what you saw and how you felt about it. I think that's more important than like, oh, you ruined it for me. Like, well. Like, no offense, but like everyone's ruined it. Like, who's already seen it, like at Hall H, like they came and spoiled it for everybody. So it's like,
yeah. Honestly, yeah, I feel like they waited longer than normal. Normally, like they start doing it like the same day, but they did. I think they gave them almost a whole week before they just started just unleashing the spoilers.
I don't know. Like that day, people are already like letting it go. Like we were there Wednesday previewing and people were talking about like, yeah, this is in it. I was like, oh, that's cool. For me, I'm just excited to see that. It'd be nice to see Age of Apocalypse Wolverine and Henry Cavill Wolverine and like
you'll be excited. Yeah,
Wolverine, like all this stuff would be kind of cool.
All those cameos, all those little things. It would just. It's fun. It's a lot of fan service and it's fun because you're like, oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
I love that.
Was it more about fan service or was there actual story in there?
There was story in there. It was both, but it was a mix of both, I believe. Yes.
My wife gave me some hot medicine to drink. So.
Good. Yeah, because it sounds like you need it because you've been fighting the
yeah. Well, like I didn't get COVID thankfully, but like a lot of people got COVID, so it's like, wow. It's crazy. Yeah. Right? So.
It's mostly fan service. It's mostly fan service, but I think it's fan service that opened up into possibilities for other things. So I think they did stuff for a reason and kept it in there. Yeah.
Yeah, I think if the movie is mostly fan service with very, very thin ties to like a movie plot, then I mean,
yeah.
You know, I think that's cool too. I think it gives these characters that would never have gotten a good ending or closure to get closure. But then, like, you know, what happened to Daredevil, right? Like, well, why isn't Daredevil in there? No, this is actually like NyQuil. So it's like NyQuil. It's like so it helps me breathe.
Irish coffee is delicious, though.
Yeah, Irish is delicious, but. I don't know if that would help me with my flu, but like, yeah, I don't know. It's always interesting to see what's going to happen in the movies. I'm kind of wondering how they're going to. Now, is RDJ supposed to be a variant of Dr. Doom as Tony Stark, or is he Dr. Doom?
So people are still speculating on this too, because there's like 2 or 3 storylines with that they could go for. So people are specking either Emperor Doom or they're speculating. What's the other 2? I can picture the cover. Yeah, the infamous one, and then the one on the cover. I forgot the one where he's like on the cover, but it's like half.
Oh yeah, that is infamous Iron Man, where they like switch places or something, right?
Yes, but we still don't know yet. So people are hot speculating on anything that has to do with Iron Man, not Deadpool.
You know what happens? All those books that are in dollar bins now are like suddenly people are going to be.
Oh yeah, they've already like this. The day that they announced that, they went from like $20 to $350. Some of them. Yeah.
What horse shit, right? It's just like the Eternals. All those people dug out those 35-cent quarter bins trying to get thousands of dollars for them, and you're like, ha.
Oh,
Blew up in your face.
In the leaked Fantastic Four movie, you see Doom at the end in the mask. Ooh.
Yeah, but does he do anything in the movie? That's the thing. Like,
so.
well, it's just like an end credit, or is he like,
yeah,
or does he bring them to the modern MCU? Because they're from a 60s pocket universe. So again, here we are, multiverse again. It's just like, that's the thing with the multiverse. The thing one thing I've learned from Rick and Morty about multiverse is nothing matters at that point. It doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
So, I'm kind of like, I like it more where the like regular Marvel movie universe things actually counted for something and it meant something. And then when
it seemed more real when that was happening.
Yeah, the stakes were a lot higher, right? It counted for something, and now it kind of doesn't, because like, well, he's dead. Well, go get another one. Just put him in there. Go get it. You know. So, I don't know. Because then what happens to Kang now? Are they done with Kang? Did he die? Like at the end of
they kind of just pushed him aside for now, so I'm not really entirely sure what's happening with the whole entirety of the Kang stuff.
Yeah, but they had the whole like Carnival of Kangs at the end, like, we're gonna get him. You know, like I don't know.
I honestly don't know what they're doing with it. Oh, I can't go to my thing.
It's very confusing, right? Like I don't know.
It is very confusing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little confusing. So I'm always trying to figure it out. Like, well, I mean, I'm hoping the. Oh yes, I am doing a Kickstarter. By the way, sorry.
Yes, that's why you are.
We are here to talk about Kickstarter, but
that is why we're here. Yes.
Just like. I'm wondering if the new DC reboot by James Gunn will be a little bit more tightly interconnected and not so multiversy, you know?
I think the DCU has a lot of potential. I did like some of the
stuff. I don't know. I hated the costume designs I saw. I thought the TV ones looked better.
Some of them didn't look too great. Some of them
it looked very ill-fitting. Like Superman needs a better tailor, right?
So the Superman suit that I saw looked really like crunkly,
poofy,
like poofy around like the edges and stuff.
Bad Halloween costume you get at like Spirit Halloween kind of deal.
So I wonder if that's something that's in the movie, like why the costume is like that, or if that was just test footage for the costume before they fix the final.
I think they'll probably fix it in post where they'll like smooth it out. But I mean, that's I kind of like the Snyderverse costumes a lot better. And some of the Arrowverse costumes, the Arrowverse version of Mr. Terrific is much cooler than the costume of Mr. Terrific. And I liked the hot girl look on Arrowverse, much cooler than on the thing. I do like Peacemaker.
I love Peacemaker. I watched season 2 of that so bad. I watched that like 3 times the first season. I love that.
It's kind of weird because season 2 is actually supposed to be the new season 1 too. So like nothing matters from season 1.
Well, that's lame because I love season 1. Season 1 was so good.
See, here's the thing. That's the thing. Like you invest so much time and energy into it, and you find it doesn't matter, and it's kind of like, all right. You have all these cool experiences. You just kind of throw the baby out with the bathwater. And it's like, just try to make it work a little bit, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, how many people like the Flash movie,
I haven't even seen that. I'm like 3 years behind. I'm like 3 years behind on movies. So anything that came out around that time, I have not seen yet.
I saw the Aquaman movie on the plane and I really liked it. I was like,
I have not seen that either. And Jason Momoa is my guy. I'm like, I gotta see this, but yeah.
Apparently not much of your guy if you didn't see Aquaman 2. But Aquaman 2 is actually a cool buddy comedy. I really liked Ocean Master in it a lot. And it was a lot of fun. And I was like, that was pretty well done.
I'm waiting for him to be
I like Amber Heard in it, and I don't like her, but I like her in that. So I like Batman in Flash. I wish they would have recast Ezra Miller. Maybe it would have been better.
Isn't he supposed to still be coming back, or did that get scrapped for the Batman Beyond movie?
That's done. I think all of that.
That's toast. That's toast.
Oh, the Deadpool. Are you not a Deadpool fan, Keebler?
Ooh.
Uh-oh. there's a rumbling.
That'd be interesting. That'd be interesting. But yeah, I want to see more of the cast from all the DCU stuff because I've always loved the DC movies. Like the cheesy ones, bring up to me. I loved it. I mean, hell, I grew up adoring the Supergirl movie and watching Incredible Hulk and Wonder Woman my entire life. So I you know, even if they're bad movies, I still enjoy them because I mean, I love seeing it.
I don't want to old man rant too much. I mean, we live in a day and an age where we get these kind of movies. Like back in my day, like we had the Spider-Man 70s show where
I love that show.
One Spider-Man thing, and he'd like fight like weird guys and like black ninja like karate gis, and that was it. And he would like shoot his web, and there'd be a long pause, and he would fly at him, and they're like, oh, you know, and they would get trapped in it.
Yeah. So I watched season 1 of Loki. I have not seen season 2 yet, so I did not. I just watched it and enjoyed it, so I didn't really pay too much attention to it. But now it'd be interesting because I'm thinking I'm going next week again to see Deadpool, so I might binge season 2 of Loki just to see if it changes my perspective on the movie at all.
Yeah, you might see some things that get seeded in there that might make it. I think that I don't know. I think they've gone too far with the Marvel movies. I hope Secret War kind of reboots everything. Maybe that would be great. You know,
that would be. It's gonna be interesting to see how the Secret Wars ties into everything because they did have a couple little interesting things in Deadpool and a couple other previews for the Secret Wars happening.
Right.
And agree. The DC animation is some of my favorite animation. I love all the movies, even like the Lantern movies and stuff. The characters I'm not really into. I love the movies. I love that Wonder Woman movie. It's great.
Well, I like the first one. The second one was not. Sorry, got an email. It's not as good. Like I like, and I do like Pedro Pascal, but I was just like, oh man, this is.
So I like him a lot, but he's been in so much stuff lately. I'm kind of on Pedro overload.
I like him in Last of Us. He's really good as Joel.
That I have not seen, but I've seen previews for it, and I like the look of it, and I like the character that he's playing in it.
Yeah, he's more like the ultimate, kind of like dad character, which is really cool.
Yeah,
I enjoyed. I just, I don't know. I just feel like with movies, less is more at this point, and maybe less of the Marvel TV, because the Marvel TV is. I think the best thing about Marvel movies right now is the what if stuff. I find the best, and I don't know if you guys agree with me or not, but.
Isn't season 2 of that out yet?
Yeah, that's already out. But
I gotta watch that.
I haven't seen it yet though because I got rid of Disney Plus, so I just watched. I watched season 1 and I really enjoyed it. Yes,
that's totally right. I forgot about that. I totally yeah.
Yeah, it was really good. But I kind of miss tighter continuity stuff. You know, I'm kind of like, okay, this has been. I just feel like the multiverse has become the Wild West, and like, you know, there's a lot of things that don't matter, and they're trying to kind of like shoehorn things. And like She-Hulk is kind of gone too, I heard now. So that's it. That was a multiverse thing. So supposedly.
Season 2 is better. Okay, I gotta binge. I gotta start binging stuff this weekend. I'm gonna be doing that. So
I'm not gonna buy Disney Plus again just to watch What If, you know. I'm hoping it goes out on like Blu-ray or Steelbook, and I'll just buy it and watch it. That's
usually they usually release those right around the Black Friday, and you could go and get all the sets.
I don't know if they're gonna do that though, because like they never released the Daredevil stuff as Blu-rays, did they? No,
I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what they do with that too, because they're kind of trying to merge all of that together, like the Netflix, the Fox, and all that kind of stuff, and reboot some of the other stuff. So,
yeah. Well, I liked aspects of She-Hulk. I think things got a little too wacky. Like, I don't know.
I didn't mind it. I just didn't really think it had a story, and there wasn't really like a villain to me.
Yeah,
like there was no fight scenes really.
Yeah, it was very Scooby-Doo. Like they were about to do something, and it was like it
was like, oh, we're gonna fight. No, I gotta go be lawyer.
Right. Like the characters hooking up and things like that. It just was a little too wacky. Like it became more about them like watching heroes do stuff instead of heroes kind of like actually in an actual story. Like it kind of like I think it's really easy to get your eye off the ball sometimes because you get all these cool toys and like what do you do with them? Like, well, let's make them kiss. And you're like, okay. Yeah, it feels a little.
Everyone did that with their Barbies. We all had
well, I mean, I think that's that's cool to a certain extent, but I mean, does it serve narrative or not? Like, if these two characters hooking up, does that actually push the narrative along, or is it just like a distraction? Because then so if you have two of these major characters end up hooking up, instead her main story is finding out who's trying to like do her in, kind of becomes a side quest, and the main focus of your story now is this relationship with Daredevil. Kind of weird, right? Like, you care more about that than this other thing. And then Sakaar shows up, or like, you know, his son shows up at the end, like Hulk's son. Like, what the hell just happened? Like, what the hell happened there? That's more interesting than just what I just watched. You know what I mean? Like,
his haircut was more interesting than some of the stuff that happened on there. I just needed more from it. Just, I wanted it to go places. I really wish they would have I don't even know what it's canned at this point, I think, but if they did a season 2, I think they could tie in more story and like actual stuff happening.
Yeah. Well, do they actually have an awesome Daredevil She-Hulk fight? I don't remember that happening, but maybe I saw it, but maybe it did happen. I forgot. I don't know.
Yeah. Go watch it, because she might be made in the movies, but I don't remember too much about a fight scene with, like, I remember them fighting, but not too much in the story.
Yeah, I don't remember them fighting a lot. I remember them making out, and Daredevil doing the walk of shame was like really burning in my brain. And then
I remember that part. Like, the rest of it, I don't really remember too much.
Yeah, that's all I remember, right? I don't remember anything else. It's like, well, what else happened? So I don't know. So
it's when they went to arrest Frogman. All right, I gotta rewatch all of this again. Apparently, I don't remember most of this.
Is it still on Disney Plus, or did they pull it all?
I believe all of that's still on there. I don't think they took any of that off.
Yeah, I agree. The agendas were crossed, right? It was just too confusing. Because like Daredevil has his own tailor, which is the Gladiator who actually made his suit, and now it's some other guy now. So I was like, well, what's going on here, right? Yeah, it's so weird.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff happening, but
it could be the Nyquil talking, but man, I was.
It could. Honestly, when I was backstage, I was like, oh, this is gonna be a good. This is gonna be a sassy one tonight, because let me tell you,
I am on medication, so. Yeah. Could be.
But you're actually here because you have a Kickstarter.
I am. I have a Kickstarter. So yes, let's talk about the Kickstarter now that we are like 1 hour in.
I know.
So
let me draw. But yes, here's a link to it for there.
Yeah, thank you for sharing the link. So
you're welcome. You're welcome.
Should I talk about the Kickstarter a little bit? So
we can talk about the Kickstarter. Do you want me to go to the Kickstarter page, because I have it open and we can go look at it?
We can definitely do that.
We can do that. All right, let me go there. Let's see. Let's do this. Let's go that one. Kaboom! Boom! Let me get rid of this thing. I know. It's like, let's make us so tiny so you can see the pic. Oh, look at that. Ooh, look at this.
So we are roughly 6 days left. It ends on August 8th, and it's volume 1. So volume 1 it's a bit of a remastered edition. I did a volume 1 like back in like 2013. Okay. And thanks to everyone who has funded it. I really very much appreciate it. The original volume one's like it was like a 40-page con thing that I just put together to sell at cons. I printed up like 400, 500 copies, and that was it. And then in 2019, I ran a volume 2, and I sold whatever remaining copies of volume 1 I had. A lot of people kept asking me like, hey, when are you going to do volume 1? Is there a volume 1? Where can I buy it? And I talked to my agent, and she's like, hey, you know, you should just put out a remastered volume 1. That way it's a proper volume 1 that goes along with volume 2 that we have. So I was like, okay, cool. So we did that. And I also did volume 0 to it, which is a black and white book, which is an add-on on this too. And that's an 88-page black and white. So if you're into black and white stuff.
I am.
Yeah, line art.
Awesome.
You can add it as an add-on onto your pledge. So
yeah, it looks really good. And you have a really good trailer here, but it's 2 minutes of you talking, so I figure I'm not going to torture you with showing yourself for 2 whole straight minutes. But go watch it; it's really nice.
It's like so my friends helped me cut that together, and I flew down to Miami to their studio to do that, and it was a lot of fun, but it was a lot of takes. They're like, okay, now a little bit more gusto. A little more of this, a little more of that. Okay, predict this. And it's like, oh man. It's a lot of like talking into a camera, and you just feel ridiculous. You're like, oh no,
it is so weird when you have to watch yourself talk and hear yourself. I hate doing that. That's why I do live, so I don't have to go and edit footage.
Right, because you're like, okay, let me edit my best self out here. So
no, when I immediately hear myself, I'm like, why do I sound like Urkel? That's the first thing that I hear out of my head.
Yeah,
And
they always say that you sound differently than you look when you hear yourself, when you look at yourself and hear yourself. Man, do I sound like that? I have like a very gurgly voice, you know.
Yeah, so. I sound like this when I hear myself talk. Right.
Yeah. I always thought I had like this like nice deep voice, and it's all kind of Kermit the Froggy garblish. So
yeah. Oh yikes.
Oh. Yeah, kind of yikes. I was like, oh man. But I mean, that's all good. But yeah, so it's over 100 pages of some of my best stuff. Most of it collects like a lot of my some of my older stuff from like Blizzard. Stuff from my Blizzard days, stuff from
nice.
Yeah. So
and yesterday when we were in chat chilling for a couple hours, Michael wanted to know.
Yeah, sorry.
Michael wanted to know, what is this character? Is this one of your original characters, or what character is this from?
So this is actually a mashup. So technically, when you put out a sketchbook, you can't put like a copywritten character on it. Right? In big trouble. So I do mashups. So I did a mashup. This is Samus from Metroid mixed with Evangelion. So I was actually gonna give her helmet like Evangelion, kind of like mouth and teeth.
Oh, that's sweet.
But it was just too big, and it looked too weird. So I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll just kind of make it look a little. Yeah, because we nailed the Samus. Yeah, we figured that out. But I like that. I like that mix up. That's awesome. Yeah. So it's kind of a mashup, so you don't get in trouble. People are like, I'm gonna sue you for using our character. I'm like, no. So. But we have a lot of things in there. There's a lot of final pieces, and then a lot of ideation pieces too. So in there, you're going to see kind of like you do a lot of roughs when you're working on covers. So usually I'll do like 3 to 4 roughs. Like Marvel will send me a brief, like, hey, you know, it's going to be for a free comic book day thing. It's going to be a big deal. So maybe a nice, cool, iconic shot of Venom doing something, standing or jumping or swinging through the city or something like that. So I'll do. Like these are differently numbered because actually I did 8 different ones for these, but obviously I didn't want to put all 8 in there. So I just kind of took the best of it and kind of photoshopped them in together.
I like that you're throwing the mix of that in here too. Like you got the mix of like just kind of like the mock-up thumbnails and then like next to like the original. I like that. I like that. It's
you can kind of see where it's kind of going. Same with the Batman cover here too. So you're like, okay, well, cool. Like how does... You know, and this Batman cover is kind of weird because the Batman covers that everyone got, like I was like, oh, can I get a cool standing Batman shot? I'm like, no, you get Batman on a motorcycle, and I was like, oh man.
Well, you don't see that too much, but yeah, he's like full, almost Ghost Rider-ish here.
Well, right, mine's if you look at all the Batman covers that were done for the DC stuff, mine's the only one that's an action one. The rest of them, they're all standing, doing something. Like, just do something cool, Jonboy, because I had one of Batman standing, like see as Batman just kind of standing on a bat bike. I'm like, that's cool.
Oh, he's catching air. He's catching air. Yeah.
And they're like, no, we want him doing a wheelie in the air. We want this 2D. And I'm like, it's so tough. That bike is pain in the ass to draw too, man.
It looks so good though. You did a great job. But yeah.
Well, the problem with it was like when they send you this stuff, like you have to sign all these NDAs, and then they send you these images, but it has your name plastered all over. So it's for Jonboy Meyers, for Jonboy Meyers, for Jonboy Meyers. So when you're looking at the image, you can't even see it. Like it's got all these like watermarks on it. You're just like, how the hell am I supposed to like draw anything out of that? So I didn't know what to do. But fortunately, the wonders of the internet, I Googled a bunch of stuff and found out like all these paparazzi shots of the bike. So I actually got a good shot of the bike engine. I'm like, okay, this is what this looks like, so I don't have to screw it up. So, and then there's stuff in here too from a Red Sonja story I did for Red Sonja Black, White, and Red issue 2, where I got to write and draw a Red Sonja story. So that's like the cover to it, and that is the first page to it. So yeah.
Very cool. That's another movie I'm really looking forward to. I really, really hope that that comes out because from what I've seen, it looked pretty good.
Yeah, I hope so. You're always kind of hoping for the best when it comes to comic book movies because um, you're kind of hoping for the best that they actually respect the source material, and if they don't, you're kind of like, because like this is why Deadpool probably works, especially Deadpool 1 is such a perfect movie in my mind, even though it's low budget, is because it stays really true to the source material as much as it possibly can without incorporating Weapon X, but it's still kind of like the gist of the Deadpool story. You kind of like all the beats are kind of in there, you know. Whereas most comic book ones are not exactly like that. And this is actually cards from like Hearthstone and the World of Warcraft TCG game. So
cool.
Yeah, I did this. I
like the characters.
Yeah, I did this for off and on for like 10 years, man. I think.
Wow. I know a lot of people that play that. I wanted to play it because I was really big into Overwatch and some other characters at the time, but
right.
I like all that stuff.
And yeah, you know, I'd love to do a full issue in the future. I'd love to see I'd love to do a G.I. Joe comic. If they let me do it, I would probably do it. So, yeah. So.
Well, hopefully, you hear that, G.I. Joe peeps.
Yeah, maybe someday. That would be cool. So, yeah, I'd like to do it. But this is just sampling some of the cool stuff that's in the book. So,
yeah. I love art books. I really do.
I do. And I will send you a copy of the book, Kpop. So, and I will sign it for you. So,
thank you.
So this is actually world building stuff for my time at Riot Games. So we were trying to work on Noxus, and if you pick up Volume 2, you'll see a lot of my other designs, and that was for like the 5v5 trailer we did a long time ago. I think it was called New Dawn. I can't remember, but these are like working on Noxus assassins from Noxus. If you guys follow the game at all in any of the lore, like Katarina is not a Noxian assassin, and I got to design her look and her tattoo.
Ooh, let's see if I can zoom on that more.
And then we're trying to design assassins. So that's their like base model suit. It's kind of like, you know, stripping them down. That's kind of what they look like, and then we just piling on
fancier
look on them, to see like, hey, what worked, what feels assassin-y, because we were using Zed. If you guys are you guys familiar? Yeah, this is Riot Games. So is somebody familiar with Zed from League of Legends?
I have not played League in
so he's kind of the jumping off point. Even though he's Ionian, he works with the Noxian guys, so we were using that as a jump off point for like, okay, well, he kind of feels like a mix between these guys, so we were trying to find something. But none of
John here is a pro at it.
Yeah, I don't think any of these kind of stuck though. So because I did ones for I have my soldier designs in there, my general designs. So like if you're familiar with a character called Darius, who's a Noxian general, he's also in here, and I did troop designs and things like that. And I think they ended up shit canning all that after I left and letting someone else redesign it. And I don't think the designs they went with were necessarily that great, but you know, it's it's all good.
The hair proof's going on there. I love that.
Oh yeah. Actually, there's a story to this too. You guys want to hear it or not?
Yes, please.
So this is a story of Queen Sonya. Where he is a top laner, the dunk master, Darius the top dunk master. If you guys know what I'm talking about, but hey, good morning. So this is a story, like she's actually dead on this cover. She's actually being burned on a funeral pyre. So
okay, now that makes sense, because I was like, oh, you're going very Stephen Hughes poofy poof, but that makes more sense when she's like.
But she's laying down. She's actually laying down, and you see that, and the hands are like she's in a burial position. So not many people get that, right? She's being burned. So because she actually dies in this story. But the thing about Red Sonja is she's kind of like an immortal hero. So in her lore, when she dies, she's reborn again. And she has full memory of who she is.
Oh, interesting.
And she starts training all over again to fight the evil of this world. So every time the evil of this world destroys her, she's reborn again to come back to fight it, and she keeps coming back until she wins, and then she dies again. She comes back. And there are boobs, of course, because she is.
You got Pops. Pops is a boob guy.
Right. Well, yeah, I understand. I get it. That's okay. So,
I myself am a skeletal horse, Grim Reaper.
Well, yeah, this character was supposed to be the main wizard guy, but they said I couldn't use him, so
lame.
Like Tothamon, so he was Toth something else, but he was of course an evil wizard, and he teamed with the what was it, the Lemurians from Mu to conquer the mortal lands, and then she fights with her army because she's a queen at this time, and she fights it one last time, and she kills a wizard, and it dies at the end, and then she gets reborn at the end of the story.
Sounds awesome. I'm gonna have to pick this up because I remember when they were coming out, but then I lost. I need new comic book day stuff. I keep forgetting what's being released, and then I go back later and pick it up later on. But this sounds really cool.
Yeah, I did pitch them. I'm like, hey, look, because Gail Simone wrote that where she's always being reborn. I said, well, why don't we just keep this going? Like, you should have a book called The Immortal Red Sonja, where it's Red Sonja, the same character in different timelines. In the future, you can do a future one where it's like Red Sonja 3000, where she's reborn and she's fighting in the future. You can do one in the caveman. You could do any time period you wanted with this character. They ended up using the title, but not the same concept. It kind of came and went. So, which is unfortunate. So, yeah.
Very cool. I love your design. It's lovely.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, and there's plenty of design stuff in the book. There's a lot of design stuff, concept stuff. There's tons of there's a riot stuff, which is concept stuff. There's a lot of oh yes, of course, we have lots of tiers, reward tiers that you can back. You can get a PDF edition, or you can get a physical book. We have bundles where you can get volume 0, 1, and 2 together. We have one with a sketch plate. We have one with a mystery box. If you're into mystery boxes of like getting like mystery variant comics, a lot of cool variant comics.
Really into mystery boxes.
Yeah, no, there's some cool stuff in the mystery boxes. Like only 4 people bought, so they're gonna get all the goodies. So
yeah, you're gonna jam pack those boxes.
Yeah, the comics that are being included, those are like $40 and $50 comics. So it's like, all right. But we have sketch cover boxes. We have retailer tiers, and of course we have stretch goals and sketch cover goals. But
you got some cool stuff. Yeah, and you have a lot of cool tiers in here. Okay, you're back from walking. It does look cool. So you're here just in time because we spent an hour doing spoilers. Now we're here showing the Kickstarter off here.
We're getting into the goodie stuff. The other stuff was just a warm up and kind of like, okay, get you enticed into this.
Yes, got you. Really want to know what's happening and come in here. But yeah, no, you have a lot of really good tiers. I like that you have a mix of like the books plus the bundles, and then a lot of the comic bundles. But you also have some original art happening in here, which is really neat.
Yeah, you can get like sketch covers, and if you guys have been aching to get like a sketch cover from me or a commission from me, this is the place to do it. So you can totally do it. So
and then some of these you actually down here you actually sold out a couple of the sketch covers. You still have the Transformers.
Yeah, I just reloaded a couple things.
Oh, so, you did? Oh, okay.
So,
nice.
Yeah. So
9 by 12.
Is there an early bird left? Let's scroll down real quick.
I don't see it as an all gone. It should have been an all gone. Shouldn't it have been?
There's one.
Oh yeah, there it is.
There's one. Oh yeah.
Bird.
Okay, 75 backers, so that's all gone.
Yeah.
None left. So I think one opened up. I think that's the thing about Kickstarters too, is as it goes along, people will back it and then change your pledges or cancel pledge. So there's always keep checking back. If there's something you want, you might be able to get a good deal on. You can snag it. Sometimes people change pledges all the time.
Especially the original art tiers. A lot of people will either go there and then they move to an original art tier, and then it frees up something up above.
Right.
If you guys are
exactly.
Really
yeah.
Okay, so you got 3 left out of the X-Men sketch covers.
Oh wow, cool. Yeah.
Yeah, that's neat.
And then I reloaded Transformers too, because people ask me like more Transformers. So, but we have 4 left of those too. So if you want like a cool Optimus Prime bust or something like that, I can definitely hook it up for you. But we also have stretch goals too. So stretch goals. So far we've unlocked just about everything except for the very last sticker. So everyone's going to be getting all of these things except for the last sticker, unless we hit 50K.
Oh, you're going to be hitting that in no time. You still have what? How many days left? 6 days left.
6 days left.
You're already in the 40s. You're going to be hitting this. Yeah.
I hope so. Because after 50, we want to do like free PDFs. So like you get a free PDF of volume 0, and then a free PDF of volume 2. So that way you can have all 3 copies, at least digitally, if you wanted to. So yeah.
Yes, sketch covers. So yeah. So you have an original 9x12 piece, you have sketch covers, and then you actually have the book plates where you do a remarkable drawing in the book.
Right. So some people want book plates, and book plates are actually, it's a plate that actually slides right into the book, and you can leave it in the book, or you can take it out and frame it. Some people are saying they might even auction their book plate and keep the book and then just sell the book plate because they have original art. So I was like, yeah, it's whatever. And it's pretty much, I can do a drawing of like on the sketch covers, it's whatever specific to that universe book. But for the commissions or the sketch plate, it can be any comic book or TV or video game character you want.
And that's right here. That's the sketch plate right there. That's cool. I like that it slides out of there because some of the other art books that I picked up, it's just like a sticker on the thing, and it's like adhered to the book. I like that this comes out.
Yeah, I used to draw it in the book, and then people would like kind of get mad. They're like, well, I can't look at it. I have to open up the book to do it. I'm like, well, okay, what do you want me to do? Like, you want me to make it a sticker or a plate? And they're like, well, just make it a plate. Most people do plates now.
Cool.
But some of the plates, they stitch into it. So again, but it kind of defeats purpose. This can slide in or out. So, well,
that's awesome.
Just designed it where it pops in and out. So get a really nice piece of art and a cool book. Or you can get a sketch cover and stuff like that. But like everything's unlocked up until the 4x5 inch stickers. You get 2 4x5 inch. These are big stickers. So, and you get a cool lanyard. You get the book got upgraded too. We got a hardcover sketchbook, hardcover case.
Hardcover is so cool. And you get the slipcover. I like the one here because you can actually see the full art piece for that mashup.
Yes, you see the full art piece for her. And I think she's also in the volume 0 book. I think the black and white of it. So, yeah. But the mystery boxes are great, man. Like the comics that are in there, the prints are in there are pretty cool. They're mystery prints, so we can't tell you. We can't exactly tell you what's in there. There's some really cool Transformer prints that are in there, and then we have there's some really super rare comic books that we actually earmarked for just for this. But like
cool.
So
I know, CJ. I know you like the mystery boxes. I know.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Mystery boxes are always fun. So
I was a sucker during COVID for buying the random cheesiest boxes on eBay. I would do the cheesiest like 10, 20, 50 stack of comics just to see what was in there. I had more fun opening those cheesy books and then making up stories to some of the books I've never even heard of. It was my favorite. Aw.
Oh, yeah. See, I didn't want to, like, our mystery boxes are going to be trying to be pretty cool. We want to give people a lot of cool. I want to give people stuff that I would want to get in a mystery box. That's why we did our tiers. I created tiers that are actually cool stuff that I'd actually want to get. Because sometimes you get like cool poker chips and coasters. And I mean, those things are cool, but they're not like super practical. Yeah. But like everybody I notice who comes to cons, like they have those little hardcover cases or a box full of comics or a case that they put stickers on. And I thought, oh, well, maybe I'll give them a big sticker they can put on their box. They can have a lanyard. They can put their badge on. The hardcover slipcase protects the book. And then the bookmark, they can mark pages that they would like to read or come back to. So
that's fun.
I was trying to do more practical stuff.
I think that's cool too. And a lot of times I love the lanyards because sometimes when you go to cons, they don't give you lanyards anymore. They just go, oh, here's a thing. And then you like walk around like, what do I do with this?
Or they give you really sucky ones or like shoestring
ones.
Oh,
like the shoestring ones with the terrible clasp, and the clasp always breaks, so you always got to change them out. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, see, I thought about patches and enamel pins, and we were thinking maybe the next. This man's arrows. I have no idea what that means. I don't know.
Dragon Ball.
maybe
I'm thinking he means Dragon Ball is what I'm.
Oh, okay, yeah. So, I think we were thinking about pins or keychains, and we're trying to think, okay, what's practical and what would people like? But like, I think for the next one, maybe if we surpass 50, then a lot of people wanted PDFs of stuff. So we might do some PDFs, but then if we crank over 50, then maybe we could do like a dabble or a patch or something. It'll be kind of cool. So
yeah, I am a big fan of patches that you can't still hear, but I have a whole bunch of like just random patches over here. I actually like magnets. I got magnets. So a lot of people like wear them on like their clothing, but I like to just put them up and look at my randomness of patches that I get. But I also got really big into magnets. I have a whole file cabinet behind me, just stuff full.
I wanted to do but I used magnets for my last one, so I thought, okay, maybe I'll do stickers this time. But I do like magnets, so maybe I'll do a magnet too.
That's a 4x5 sticker, so that's a massive sticker.
It's pretty huge. It's pretty huge. Yes, they were actually pretty expensive.
5x7. Oh wow, that's awesome. Yeah. So that's actually just a piece of artwork.
Yeah, I was actually going to make this one even bigger if we hit 50K. So,
dude, I saw the ones that Sozo had when she was at Motor City. She had them. I don't even know what size. They were like 20-inch stickers. They were huge.
Yeah, those things are expensive, man. Like
they're so expensive, but they're awesome.
5x7s are like, I think it comes out to like $4 or $5 a sticker to produce. So it's not cheap. So I'm like, hey man, like if as much as you guys give, I'm willing to shell out. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, it's cool. So but okay, good. I'm glad RO 9000 is a good thing. So
here. Yeah.
Yes, it's a good thing. Thank God. Okay, good. That's good. So okay. Well, are you in Clown Foundation for WoW? I started an account. I never really played too much. I actually one of those guys that like watching people play and talk shit with their friends. So
that's fun.
Yeah, I would do that. I would watch my friends play and have a good time because they're kind of entertaining to just hear them trash talk one another, especially feeds, which is kind of cool. But if I were a clan, I think I would probably be Horde, probably. Not Alliance. I don't think Alliance are necessarily the good guys, though.
See, that's what
Foundation was were they all Blizzard employees? So I was not a Blizzard employee. I was only a freelancer with them. So, I didn't even know.
But that's the fun thing about those games is when you play, you can play all the different sides. You get different views and stuff. Because one of my favorite games.
Okay, well, cool, right on. Because Samwise is a friend, and he was Horde through and through. So, yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh, you have no idea.
But
things that have gone on.
Great game, good people who made it. Movie, very flawed movie. Very, very flawed movie. If you've seen it, if anybody's seen it.
I did like the movie. I didn't mind it.
I feel like they crammed too much in there, man. Like I'm a big proponent in like keeping the world a little small, so you kind of enter in at a ground level. If things are too big, you're trying to like your eyeballs are all over the place, trying to like soak in the world and what's happening. And if things are the thing is too big to kind of comprehend, you kind of lose scope of the world because it's a fantasy world, so you kind of have to wrap your mind around it. This is why like The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings work so well, because it starts very small, right? Starts in this very small shire or whatever, especially Lord of the Rings, where it kind of like you have some backstory of what's going on, but it starts out in the shire and it starts off as a basic quest, and the world gradually gets bigger and the stakes get bigger as he gets closer to the mountain and his quest and things like that, and then it kind of ramps up, right? It's not so overwhelming. You can digest it. And I think for the movie, the World of Warcraft movie, is just everything was like so grandiose and so epic all at once. It was really kind of hard to track. It was just like, oh my God, I'm trying to like find out what's going on and look at all the Easter eggs and trying to soak everything in. And it's too much, it's too much story and it's too much effects. And there's, it's too much eye candy. You know what I mean? I think that's what I was asking. That's why I was asking about the Deadpool movie. It's like, well, is it more stories or more fan service?
It's a mix of both, but they do heavily on the fan service. But yeah, like those kind of epic movies like that, I wish they slow it down a little bit, because some of my favorite things is the outfits, it's the character designs, it's the background imagery. I love seeing that stuff, and I like to look at all that individual stuff. And you have too many things on the screen; it's hard to keep your eyes.
Are they letting that movie breathe a little bit though, in between beats, so you can kind of soak in everything that's going on, or it's just like you just you blink and you missed it, and you're like, did I see it, or what's going on? You don't, because like the thing about like good cinema, I think, gives you a time to kind of slowly ease into the world and get comfortable with the world, and then it's okay to suspend belief because you're already in it, the adventure with the characters, and you kind of know what the characters are about and what their motivations are. You're not kind of lost in the kind of showbiz part of it,
Yeah.
I think that's the thing, is like when things are too grandiose, it's just things are too hard to track, excuse me. So I'm always like Iron Man starts very small, right? Here's this guy who's an arms dealer driving around and like having the best time, and he's kind of a dick, and you kind of like, well, he's kind of cool, but kind of a dick. And then he gets hurt, and then you're kind of like, then his world, he's stuck in a cave for a long time, and he builds this device to get out. And then, then he steps back into this larger world, and the characters change right then from, right from Jump Street. Then you have this, so he does have a monologue that if you miss, you wonder why it's all actually going on. See, but the thing about it is like, you don't want to rely on monologues and exposition all the time to fill you in on narrative. The narrative should kind of unfold itself to you as you're a person of that world. Because if they have to explain everything all the time, it kind of, this is what kind of threw me off with the Loki TV thing. Because towards the end, he had to explain everything to you, and it's kind of like, if you have to explain how time works and how it splinters and fractures and why this is important, why that is important, because it gets confusing really, really quickly, because you see how many times they break their own rule, right?
Yeah.
They're messing with time and jumping in there and doing all this stuff. And, with Deadpool jumping through the timelines, like looking for Wolverines, does it have a butterfly effect in itself? You know what I mean? What does that do? Does that change the timelines now that he's made his presence there, even for half a second?
Ooh,
I don't know. Because does he kill anybody or hurt anybody when he's there?
He gets in a couple of fights, but they don't really do. He's not even there for like that long, so it's just kind of like we're here.
Yeah, I think there's certain. I don't know. I think there's. If you read a book called The 5 C's of Cinematography, it actually tells you all these like movie rules and camera setups and why you don't do things or why certain things happen. And if you go against the formula, it's kind of counter to telling the story. But yeah. Anyway, yeah. But I mean, I'm glad the movie's entertaining. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing it at some point.
You'll have fun with it. However, I heard from day one, all the cinemas in our area, it didn't matter which one you went to, they sold out of all the merch, the popcorn buckets, whatever. You can't even buy them. So when I went several days ago, we were like, no, they didn't even have like the cardboard ones. They were that gone.
Oh, you can probably buy them online.
Oh, you can.
Hundreds of dollars though, like people.
Yeah, I'm good. It's just fun to go and experience that and see that stuff, but they didn't even have anything to even like look at because they were all sold out and they didn't want to put anything out there.
Usually it's always one guy who's doing it and hoarding everything.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Which is weird because some theaters you had to show the movie ticket to purchase something, and then some like you could just walk off the street and buy like 15 of things.
That's weird, right?
It's so weird. I know.
Yeah, so that is what happened to people at the Hall H stuff, because you're supposed to get a ticket, digital ticket to get in. And somebody figured out like, well, we'll just give my friends all the same copy of the same ticket because it's all just one QR code to get you in.
Oh no!
All these people got in to go see it.
Oh snap!
And then the people who actually legitimately won got pushed out of Hall H, so they couldn't see it.
Oh, that's harsh.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Like it is a Dwight Schrute move, right? Like to buy them all up and then sell them, scalp them on eBay. But yeah, there's a lot of people kind of like do stuff like that and kind of ruin it. But I mean, like.
But I wish they would have planned ahead more because they knew this was going to be a massive movie, and it kind of feels like they didn't have anywhere near the supplies that they should have had.
Kind of like people who do these things sometimes operate on the honor system too, and they're trying to like, hey, like don't be a jerk. But when people figure out something, then it's their good time. I guess they kind of go. Yeah. For it, so. But, yeah. But for all of you guys, like we are currently at, what are we currently at? We're at.
Here, let me refresh it. Let's see. Let's go to the top of the page.
We
are currently at $44,613 of your $4,000 goal. You have 224 backers, wow. 6 days to go. That's amazing. So yeah, if you want to back, you're gonna it's gonna end Thursday, August 8th at 11 p.m. Eastern time. So you have plenty of time to back. And also, if you want to back today, don't worry, your funds will not be taken out till the day it is funded and closed.
Yes, and we accept credit cards, so that's all good. And any sketches, what you guys want or whatever, just there'll be something on the Jot form or the form that's sent out to you guys. You just, if you guys want art or something like that, just write on there what you want. If you guys sketch cover like Spawn, just tell me which Spawn you want. You want like King Spawn or like whatever, just like
awesome.
Just a cool Spawn or hamburger head Spawn. We'll go ahead and do that for you guys.
Oh, that's awesome. I like that. I like your the bundle too, because these are some decent sized art books as well.
Oh yeah, they're about so like volume 2 is 1.5 pounds.
Whoa.
So volume 1 is about 1 pound, almost a little under a pound.
Dang. So, okay.
Yeah, they're pretty, like it's thick paper and it's thick cardstock and it's a thick. So it's like volume 2 is actually a hardcover with a hardcover slipcase. Volume 1 is a hardcover with a softcover slipcase. And then
just out of curiosity, because you're shipping to some country, that's actually not bad for the one bundle. You said one's about 1.5 pounds.
Yeah.
Just for the one book, that's actually not bad for shipping, because you're only shipping to specific countries. Because I would assume shipping would just be insane if you had to do it for everywhere.
Shipping is, like, I think to UK, it's maybe $60, which
it says 65. 65 is the highest, and you have 50, 45, 32, 52, and 22. That's actually not bad prices for that. How much total poundage of books do you think that is?
I think that's a little over 3 pounds right there. But plus you've got all your add-ins that go on to that too. So you have your the bookmark will be inside it. The lanyards, the stickers, all that stuff will be packaged with it too. And we also pad it and put a lot of padding in, because the last time we did like volume 2 and we shipped overseas, we got what is it? We got a couple of returns because books got destroyed. So we were like, okay, so we actually put cardboard inserts with a bubble bag in it, and that actually reduced a lot of the damages, but also adds to the weight. So, yeah. Well, I can't put it on Amazon right now. I have to wait until the Kickstarter.
Yeah, that's another one. And then the third one will be up, or second one will be up.
Right. But then what's killing us too is they just jacked up postal rates too.
They did. Just like over the weekend, I think.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it was like 3 to 5% to certain countries. So it was like, what? And then how much does it cost to get a Venom or Spawn cover with your book? I think they're like $350. So usually
let's go check it out. So let's just go through your tiers real quick so people are watching. So if you just want to make a reward, just tip, no reward, nothing, you can do that right there, starting at $1. $30 for the digital sketchbook. So for issue 1, how many pages are you getting for issue 1?
Oh, for volume 1, it's I think 104 pages.
100. Wow. Okay, so for $100, that's a really good deal for that.
Yeah.
Then if you want a copy of the physical copy of the book, $60 plus shipping. That's nice. And then you retailer bundle, get 3 copies for $110. See, I'm a big backer. I love backing the bundles and the retailer copies like this because I love doing giveaways and sending stuff out later. So I usually do that in a lot of Kickstarters. Plus it bumps up the total for people's.
And it has some room on there for your retailer to make some money too. So and everything comes signed too, guys. So
nice. That's nice. So. And then you have your bundle here. So you get all 3 of the different sketchbook bundles. And 1 is the black and white edition.
0 is black and white.
0 is black and white. Ooh, okay. So for
160, is full color, and then 2 is full color. So
that's awesome. Yeah. And then what size are the books?
7 by 10. So they fit alongside your comic book, your trade paperbacks, and all that. A little bit bigger than that. So
that's a good size. And CJ here, he says he got the art book because you actually won it during our AAPI giveaway.
Yeah, it's a pretty chunky book, man. You can fight crime with that thing. So you're really good. It's pretty good.
You better watch it. Yeah. So that's the three sketchbook bundle there. Then here you go is your mystery box for $200 because you're getting an actual physical copy of the book, 2 mystery comics, and then 6 11x17 mystery prints. They're all signed by you. That's an awesome deal. So you got a very limited amount of those right there. That's an awesome deal. Then if you want the volume 1 with the sketch plate, which is removable, of 6x9 removable sketch plate for $275, that's awesome. That's really cool. Then you can pick your character. I'm going to guess when you do the survey at the end. Right. And then here you go, Sicko. So he has several different versions of these. Some are sold out, but here you go. Wait.
Yes, all the mystery box items are signed. And some come with COAs too. So there'll be stuff in there with COAs in it. So
very nice. So here, Sicko.
Yep.
Here you go. So you got you have 1 left out of 5 for the spawn here, but if you want, I think you're gonna go back and add more in there because those seem to be hot sellers. You have Transformers left, so these are all $350. So you're gonna get the physical copy of the book plus the sketch cover in here.
Yep.
So that's awesome. That's a pretty good deal. So you have a couple of those. So it looks like you have Spawns, Transformers, X-Men, and I believe you did have Venom left. I know that's Sicko's favorite character. So question, because you have other mystery boxes up there, but you ran out of the Venom covers. Is it possible to add more of those?
If you guys want more Venom, yes, send me a message on the Kickstarter and I will add more Venoms. No problem.
Very nice. Very nice.
You guys want that. So,
cool. Yeah. Well, I know Sicko wanted it. He likes sketches, and Venom is his absolute favorite character. And then for $850, you get a copy of the physical copy plus a 9x12 sketch in pen and ink bust shots only of your favorite comic or video game.
Yeah, it should not say bust shot. So it's a full body shot or bust shot only.
Ah, okay.
I got a room on that. So when I was copy and pasting and typing on it,
I no.
Catch it. So for the 9x12 commissions, you guys can get if you guys want, it could be a full body shot or it could be a half body shot, whatever you guys want. Because you don't want the whole page filled up. We can do something cool like that. 9x12.
Yeah,
huge.
That's a 9x12. So that's a nice size too. Yeah. So yeah, you have really cool options on here, and you've already kicked a ton of butt on this. That's awesome.
Yeah, hopefully we can at least hit 45. That would be a good benchmark. If we hit 50, that would be my jam. So
you're definitely hitting the 50 right here. You're definitely gonna get that because everyone wants this Demon Hunter 5x7.
Yeah, it's even bigger. It's like boop, bigger. So yeah, like a really, really big one. So yeah.
Oh, look at that. Jonboy Venom is way up there. He's up there with McFarlane for me.
Oh, thanks, man. Sicko, that's awesome. And Kyle, yes, we can do DC characters too. It doesn't matter. Like for the any of the sketches or the sketch tiers.
Yes.
Well, for the sketch covers, it has to be whatever specific to those books. But if you have I don't know if I have many DC sketch covers though, so I have to look. But if not, you're always better off getting like a sketch plate or a 9x12. But if you have a request on there, excuse me, just send me a message on the Kickstarter like, hey, can you add some Batman ones or something like that? You guys want?
Oh, you hear that? Kyle likes the Batman.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
Let's see. Hold on a second. Okay, I had that question here. We actually had a couple questions in here.
Yeah,
CJ wanted to know, do you enjoy working more on comics or video games?
I think video games are a lot more fun because you just free fall like ideating all the time and just drawing a bunch of cool stuff and kind of seeing what sticks.
Yeah.
But comics is always driving to a hard deadline sometimes, and it just depends. Like sometimes you'll get a lot of notes if there's like cover committees and things like that. That's where things get a little wacky.
Yeah.
Then you have like 20 people like giving you edits on one image, and you're just like, these don't make sense. Like these are kind of counter. But
video games seem to be way more free to do like creative type stuff.
They are a lot freer to do stuff. It just depends on the company, unless they're looking for something specific. But usually when I get hired, it's just to ideate a lot. But like I think the last video game concept job I was on was with NetEase working on Rivals, and that was a weird experience. So, well, Kyle, it's very easy to do a message if you have a Kickstarter account. You log into it, and then you can go to the project if you have a Kickstarter account, and you can go in and leave a message. You can go in somewhere.
And I will show that a couple times. There's a couple places that you can contact somebody, but if you want to contact him directly, if you back it immediately, here, let me just log in real quick. Let's explain this. Oh, whatever.
Oh, we get to see your password.
Oh, a bunch of stars. Oh no. As you can see here, I am a super backer.
Yeah, you are a super backer.
I am a super backer. I have the tab. So if you click on your profile link, which is mine is blue because I didn't add a picture on it, there's a thing down here called messages. You can either search your messages, contact somebody directly in here, or you can just go to your project page. Right. So let's say, let me just click this because the last one I backed. In here, it says you can review, mark your stuff as read. But in here,
you are a pro at this. Holy smokes!
I am a pro at this. I have backed far too many of these. It'll say in here, there's your updates, but you can also directly just message in here from your project person in here. Yep. It'll say message, all that stuff on your pledge.
And then you can ask a question or post on a thread like, hey, can we have some DC characters? Like, yeah, I'd love to do a Batman one. Can you add a Batman here? And I'm like, okay. And I'll go through my box of sketch covers and see how many Batmans I have. And I'm like, yes, I have 2 Batman. Here it is.
If you go to your pledge info, let me see if I can do this without showing anything. It'll actually tell you right here. You can message and send a message directly to your thing. Yes. So from your pledges, you can do that. Oh no, I gotta get back to your Kickstarter.
Right. And it's always okay too. Like if you change your mind, you can always cancel your pledge. Of course, we don't want you to, but you know, because all this money actually goes to funding my creator-owned book, which is called Princess Dragon Killer. I need to finish that up.
What? So, I will be backing that for sure because that sounds amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. But I'm still gonna send you. Like, I do have to apologize, Kpop. This is the second time, so I'm gonna send you a copy of the book, and 0 signed, and like with my heartfelt apologies with some books. I send you 20 Transformer books that I did too that I'm going to go ahead and sign for you and send those to you. And then to any of you guys who tuned in last night and did not get anything, please send me a message tonight. Good only for
here's his Instagram. I'm gonna drop this all over the place because it won't let me click things to the thingies There you go. There's your Instagram.
That's it.
Message him.
Right.
Go for it.
They give me my free stuff, you son of a bitch.
Listen, there's 56 people watching right now.
Oh, well. That could bite me in the ass really quick. So.
Well, it could, but we don't know. There might be a whole bunch of bots. We don't know.
Well, I don't think so. There's
you have a time limit, so that's okay.
That is true. So, yeah, I'm super excited for the Kickstarter and really excited to talk about it. And I really hope you guys are excited about it and back it. If not, you know, it's always cool just to hear me talk about it and be part of it too. So my feelings aren't hurt if you don't back it, but if you do, I am really eternally grateful. I really do appreciate it.
I think you're getting a lot of bang for your buck here for a regular art book. And let me tell you, I back a ton of art books. I have art books next to me that I've backed galore and a bunch of omnis from other places. So you're getting a ton of art in just the one volume alone. Plus, you're getting a lot of extra goodies. Let's actually go down and look at your the stretch goals down here because you have some cool stuff. Because we just went over your tiers here, so your stretch goals are cool. I've actually been really big into the bookmarks whenever I get stuff, especially the metal bookmarks. Those are so much fun.
You know, I stopped doing metal because actually it cut my page. So
cut your page. Oh damn.
Yeah, the thing was too sharp. So I was like, okay. So we went with we went with a laminate on this. So sorry guys. Not that you're not worth metal, you guys. It adds weight, but it is a double-sided bookmark and it's UV coated, so it's very nice. It won't damage your book at all or leave an impression in the book.
Oh, that's lovely. Ooh, okay, that's something you could do too. I don't know how that would work, but you do the bookmark trading card.
The sewn-in bookmark. So I did that on volume 2, and the thing is, it has to be a hardcover for it to be a sewn-in bookmark. So, but no.
Like, you know how I get the trading cards?
Yes.
And you sketch cards, do sketch bookmarks.
Ooh,
that's different.
Yeah, that is
something
different.
Cool.
Maybe for the next one.
Maybe.
That's a good idea. Sketchbook mark.
Yes. Ooh. Yes, because you got art books. That's fun. Yeah.
That'd be a very easy drawing to do because it'd be like a small little tiny head on it. It's like,
oh, it would be. And then you know how you have like the plate for the
sketch cover. Yeah.
The sketch thingy. You could do a plate to put the bookmark in. Boom.
Yeah, you could do that.
Ba-doom. Ba-dunk. Ba-donka-dunks. Oh.
Mic drop.
So yeah, you guys already nailed all these, and you're gonna you're gonna be hitting the 50K before the time's over. So you already unlocked the bookmark.
Yeah, we'll
see.
You
unlocked the hardcover slipcase.
Yeah.
You got a 4x5 vinyl sticker of the mashup that we were talking about earlier, which is on the cover. You unlocked your sexy lanyard, which actually looks like it is usable.
Yeah, it's very usable.
And then you unlocked another 4x5 vinyl sticker, and the final shebang is a 5x7 vinyl sticker of some awesome art right there.
Yeah, this thing's massive. It'll be massive.
That's huge. That is super huge. And the people demand more late night. Listen, I would love to do more late nights. I'll be getting back into them, and I know you guys enjoy them because I usually don't wake up to 10 o'clock. I'm usually half asleep.
You're on the East Coast, aren't you? So you're more the East. Oh man, you really.
No. This is early. CJ and I do Insomniac streams that last until 5 a.m. our time.
Oh, really? And there's still people on the stream? Like they're hanging tough.
Oh, yeah. They're hanging out all night because I have friends like all over the place. So I have a lot of friends in like Australia, the UK, like everywhere. So we're chilling out in all the places. So, we didn't even check about your add-ons.
The add-ons are there. So anything you buy, like you can always add, like if you just want, you already have volume 2, you just need volume 0 and volume 1. You can back for volume 1 and then add an add-on as, you can add volume 0 as an add-on. Or,
this one here. Oh, there we go. Here, this.
Yeah, you can buy a bunch of stuff.
Make this humongous. Okay, so volume 0, you said this is the black and white.
That is the black and white, yep.
And then and then 1 and 2 are full color.
Yep, full color. Yep. And then of course you can add another sketch plate if you didn't want the sketch plate tier. You wanted to add a bunch of different stuff. You can still add stuff. You can customize your own type of tier if you wanted to. So
that's interesting. So so if you already backed the sketch plate tier and you add an add-on for another sketch plate, how does that work? Because it goes.
You can add on another sketch plate if you wanted more than one. You can add another one.
You can interchangeable your sketch plates.
Yeah, you can do that, or you can add a custom commission, or you can add a volume 0 to it, or a volume 2, or you can add everything on.
Nice.
And bump
That's awesome.
So it's pretty cool. So
very cool. Very cool.
Yeah. And if you're into the game like Snap, there's some Snap art in there as well too. So if you're into the Marvel Snap game, I did some cards.
I know a couple people that play that.
Full size images are in the game. So
fun. I'm just going.
You can just start an account, Kyle. You can just open a Kickstarter account. Yeah. You don't have to create a Kickstarter, but
Kyle, I will help you walk through that. We have a couple days left on this anyways. If you want help figuring out how to do that, I will do a StreamYard backyard thing with you to figure that out.
Oh, thanks. Kpop.
Yeah. So I will fully gladly help any of you guys on that. Also, this is huge. In the event that you do back and for whatever reason you have the wrong card on there, you have a grace period in order to go ahead and change your payment before it ends so that you could go ahead and get your books on there. If you back today, it will not come out because it is already funded. So the day of the ending, within an hour, usually it takes your funding out, but you'll get an email letting you know it's going to do any of that stuff.
Right.
Also, this is huge. When they get ready to send out your surveys, please look at your emails and please look at your thing because you have to fill out where you're going to get your stuff to. Also, if you got a tier, you have to put in what you want done because otherwise you're getting blank with no art in it.
I'll do something for you. If it says nothing, I'd probably reach out to you. I'm like, hey, did you fill out your backer kit or because I'll probably use backer kit again. I use that for my first one.
Backer kit. I like backer kit. Because usually what happens is when I end up backing the surveys on here, then when I get to backer kit, I'm like, you know what? I want to add more stuff on there. So like at the time of survey, I end up doing more add-ons.
You can add more add-ons. Absolutely. Yeah,
that's
in case
fun.
you change your mind, like, I want 0 too. Like, give it to me. I'm like, all right.
Gotta get all that stuff. It's fun. But
I just wish shipping were cheaper for my friends outside of the US. Because like we could just do ground ship in the US and it's fairly cheap.
But for the amount of weight that you're getting for the items, that is actually a decent amount, because I've seen single comics. I'm talking single comics.
Yeah.
And they charge $35 for shipping overseas. That's a lot. So you're basically almost paying that, but you're getting like 1 to 3 pounds of books depending on the tier of stuff. So that's an insanely good deal on shipping.
So but yeah, like again, really appreciate any support you guys can give, and thank you guys so much for having me on. I'm super happy to talk about spoilers too, man.
I was not expecting that. Here, let me put our lovely faces back up here. Oh, there we are. There we go. I don't want to keep you too long, because I know you're still recovering from the crud.
Yeah, I'm just.
I know.
I have so much work to do too, and I'm just like, how am I going to?
I know. I was figuring we were going to do this an hour, but we did Deadpool for it.
Well, like, everyone's talking about Deadpool. I think it's good to talk about it on the stream, just because, like, everyone wants to know. I want to know. I still am going to see the movie. I'm just kind of curious. Like, I mean, does anybody think Captain America: Brave New World looks good? Like, what are your thoughts on Harrison Ford as like grumpy old man?
It looks interesting. I'm not a super fan of a couple of the characters in there. Like, I'm like, whatever. But I still have fun watching movies. I usually go with my bro, and he's usually geeking out hardcore. So I'm like, whatever, because that's more of a fun experience. Do that.
I feel like it's a secret Hulk movie, really, because I hear the whole Hulk. Everybody's gonna be in it. So.
Everyone, they're always. Aren't they already pegging him for Red Hulk, anyways?
Well, they've already said Red Hulk in it, but they said Green Hulk shows up. Ruffalo's in it.
That could. Ooh, Ruffalo. Interesting. Interesting.
And I think someone said She-Hulk is in it too.
Ooh, might just be a ton of Hulks.
I heard there's a ton of Hulks because the leader is in it as well. So.
What? Nice. And Hulks are a ton. Oh, hey.
No one liked the Red Hulk's foot looks terrible. People are freeze framing it and looking at it like, this is not Hulk's foot.
That's amazing that you can see like a 2-second clip, and then you could pause it. The amount of spec and stuff that goes on and what is happening and reflections of things is remarkable how people could find any of this stuff.
Yeah, I'm wondering if there is a Hulk like battle with Red Hulk.
Ooh.
I would think there would be, but then is this a secret Hulk movie? Like, I don't know. Like, where's Steve Rogers in this? Is he dead, or is he coming back, or like, I don't know. I'm sure Harrison Ford doesn't know what a Red Hulk is. Yeah, he probably doesn't care. I honestly, why didn't they bring in the other guy? The guy, was it Sam Shepard, who played the original Ross in the first Ang Lee Hulk movie? He was pretty good.
Oh,
so the guy, Sam Shepard, mustache is like,
yeah, he's the one that's man, it's been so long since I've seen that first. What is it, Eric Bana?
It was the Eric Bana one from back in the day.
Holy whoa, yeah.
Like, I feel like he would do a better job, or even Stephen Lang would make a good Thunderbolt Ross. Yeah, Harrison Ford kind of like get off my plane, get off my lawn kind of deal. Like he's kind of over it. You could tell he's kind of over it, even in the interviews. He's like,
yeah, all right, let's go. That's the next one.
I mean, it's cool to have Han Solo be your kind of like main bad guy, I guess, because he's never really played a bad guy role. So
yeah.
I don't know.
Ooh, he does play really good creepy roles. What is that movie with Michelle Pfeiffer? Something Beneath the. He does play some really cool.
What Lies Beneath? Was he?
Yeah, he was. Yes, sneaky bad guy. Yeah.
He was about Henry. He played a cheating husband who gets shot in the head and turns into a cool guy. So.
He's got some. He is what.
I don't know what that means. Yes. Yeah, like the third Ross, really. Yes, he is. Very much. But it's kind of weird because like the pizza guy in that, his name was Stanley, like Stan Lee. So the guy looked like Stanley. So he had a pizza joint, which is kind of cool. But Amadeus Cho was supposed to be in that movie too. He was the guy who turns out to be Peter Parker's teacher. he was the guy like holding up the pizza in the first Ang Lee movie, or the original. Yeah, he was holding up the pizza. That character was billed as Amadeus Cho, I think.
I didn't even know that.
I think.
So how long ago was that movie? What was that? Is that 2010? Wow.
It was a long time. He was kind of bad he wasn't bad. He was kind of a curmudgeon, right? In Sabrina. It's kind of like this stuffy, like I never lived my childhood, I never had a life kind of thing. But he turned out to be like a good guy towards the end because he told the woman he loved her. Yeah, maybe he was kind of not a bad guy though. Well, he broke up the relationship because he was falling in love with her. He was afraid that he was going to crumble before she did. So he was just trying to stop his brother from ruining this merger, and then it turned out that he kind of ruined himself. So I haven't seen it in a while. Maybe I need to see it again. I don't know.
There's so many things I need to rewatch, and there's so many things I haven't seen yet.
Wow, that's like 20 years old now. Was that movie like What Lies Beneath is 20 years old too, right?
I think so. Yeah, they were like, I want to say like 95 to 2000.
Yeah, wow.
Somewhere around there, which that was high school for me. So I was like, holy, whoa, that's old.
Yeah, 30 years ago.
What?
Wow.
30? Wow. 30? What?
Wow, we're all old. We're all showing our age on here. We're like, remember that?
Yeah.
What a jerk. Yeah, like that was wow, a long time ago. 95.
Oh my gosh, yeah. See, hearing 1995 is amazing because then you're like, oh, I was so young then, and you're like, oh, then you're like, oh, whoops.
Yeah, like time kind of sneaks up on you. I mean, I think about the quality of movies that we're getting today versus what we got way back when, as far as superhero movies, because we got Black Suit Michael Keaton Batman, and now we have like Ben Affleck cool Batman. So.
Yes, and we can't forget about Clooney and Batnips.
I wonder who's going to play Batman in the new Superman movie.
That's going to be interesting. I wonder who's Batman, because people are already trying to figure out who's going to be Wonder Woman, and then they're already trying to figure out a couple things. But I want to
talk about Glenn Powell being the new Bruce Wayne, and I just
I don't know. Like, I want somebody good. I'm like, give me some good stuff.
Well, they said Alan Richardson, but it's too on the nose. He's too big, right? Like, you just look at the guy like, oh, that guy's Batman. I'm just really big. I think you need somebody who, I don't know, like, who would play Batman nowadays? Like
nowadays, I'm not sure, because I'm really excited. I want Lobo. Lobo is my guy. I want Jason Momoa as Lobo. I've been wanting that for years. That's where I want to go. But
yeah, the guy who plays Richardson is like, I think 6'2", 6'3", but he's 240 pounds. So he dwarfs Superman. So as far as stature, yeah, he would. Yeah, I don't know.
He's not a bad one. I'm trying to think, like, what action-y dudes are there, or even non-action type guys, because they got to be able to like do stuff.
I don't know.
Look like they could do some stuff.
I don't know if any modern actor, like maybe just cast them because it keeps the budget keeps every character under budget. Like everyone's like under budget.
I'm always a fan for that. Also, The Dark Knight Returns Batman is huge. Have you seen the mock-ups for that other Batman that's coming out? Is it not the animated series, but I don't know. But he's like massive, and then he's wearing like a suit that makes him massive. What is this for? Like, it's Batman. It's an older one where like Alfred's also like in a superhero thing. I've seen like
the Cape Crusader, that one.
Is it that one? I can't remember what it is.
But he's
is it the animated series?
He's so big. It's like the animated series, but it's called Batman Cape Crusader, which is set more kind of like, has a very 40s, 50s vibe to it. Absolute Batman is like 7 foot tall. Is that what you're talking about?
That's the one. There's some kind of animated thing coming out or whatever that the people are working on, and they're showing giant Batman suit, but like they're showing Bruce next to it, but it's like 2 foot taller because of the suit. But also Alfred is also in a suit doing stuff. Is that Absolute Batman? Because I'm I've been sick for like 2 weeks, and I've.
Jensen Ackles might be interesting as Batman, but he comes off more the Tony Stark type. But maybe, maybe. Who knows?
He plays that character pretty well. That Tony Stark kind of, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, he played Soldier Boy in The Boys, so. But yeah, I don't know. Like, it would be kind of cool to see Carl Urban as a new Wolverine. Actually,
Carl Urban. Actually, I didn't mind him in what's the freaking movie? Was it RoboCop? Oh, I've lost it now.
No, he was Bones in Star Trek movies, and he was one of the writers of Rohan in the Lord of the Rings stuff, and he's Judge Dredd as well. So, yeah.
I will hold you to that, Michael. Let me tell you, because I will also do that because I'm so upset if that does not happen. Yes. Well, Dredd. That's the one. Dredd.
Supergirl movie. They're supposed to do a Supergirl movie after Superman, and Lobo's in it. So.
Listen, those are two of my favorite things. You have no idea.
Jason Momoa and Lobo, like two great things.
Those two, but also Supergirl. Like, this was my go-to. I had this pajama set. I wore this every day until it turned to shreds. Let me tell you. But no, those are two of my favorite.
I don't know who Jared Kesso is.
I don't know who that is either. Who is this?
I don't know who that is.
Figure it. Let us know. Wait. Ackles voices Batman as on the DC anime. Oh, I didn't even know that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No sarcasm. Yeah, I got you, man. No worries. That's
Chucky Poo. Yes, that's the one I was talking about. Yeah, Absolute Batman's the new comic where they yes.
Right.
It's interesting. They got a lot of cool character designs happening in that.
Yeah, I'm kind of interested. I feel like the reboot's too soon, right? Because they just did Dawn of DC, right? And it's like the whole rebrand again. Yeah, who knows? We'll see. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. But I don't want to keep you any longer because we've already been on for almost 2 hours, and I know you need to recover, and it's getting late, and you have like hours of work to do.
I owe you a very entertaining show. So
listen, you can come back anytime when you're not napping.
No, I wasn't napping this time. I was kind of running around, so I was trying to get my ass over here. So. Yeah.
Wait. We got an update on Jared Kesso. Letterkenny. He got the built attitude.
Who is Letterkenny?
I don't know who that is. Who is that? I'm gonna have to look that up later. I already got too many windows open, but I'll look that up later and figure that out. But yeah, we're coming up on 2 hours. I don't want to.
The guy who played who's Craven the Hunter? That guy.
Oh, interesting. What are they doing with that movie? Isn't that movie coming out still? Or is that on hold or something?
I think it's on hold after Madam Web. They're kind of like,
listen, this is the finest stream of hot dog related content you'll ever see. You guys are killing it in the chat, and we actually have, I don't know if you see this, but we have 70 people hanging with us at the moment. So
yeah, well, Aaron Taylor is a good actor though. Like, he was really good in what's the the Christopher Nolan one that he did about time where they're flashing forward back in time. He's good in The Fall Guy too as the douchey actor. So yes, he's a 4 hot dog guy. So
where have you been all night? What the hell? You were supposed to be here.
Oh, there he is. We've been waiting.
I know, you finally show up. What the hell? Yeah.
Him and his illustrious hair makes an appearance.
No, that is my hair nemesis. Hair nemesis.
Yeah, I thought Rob was going to be in the new Deadpool, but I guess she never showed up. So
there was a lot of interesting things happening in full circle, but that's okay. It's okay. Yeah, it's all right. And we barely made it as well. It's fine.
I know. All right. Okay. Well, thank you guys for having me on. Really appreciate it. Any support you guys can throw the Kickstarter would be always greatly appreciated. Thank you guys again for having me on. Sorry I was not here last night. I was here, but I was asleep. So
you were here in spirit. It was fine.
Well, I'm on medication, and I thought, well, I'll lay down for a little bit, and then an hour later, I woke up, and I'm just like, oh, and you're like, dude, I'm like, oh. So
listen, I already felt bad because I knew you had the con cred. I figured you were already going to get the con cred just based on everything
you
else.
Up twice, that is not good. Not good. So I'm going to send you a care package and make it up to you. I promise. So you'll get a nice big box of swag, and you're like, okay, this is for it, kind of. You're halfway off the hook, buddy. So
halfway off the hook. That's all right. I'm still gonna rally to get you at Motor City as a guest. Let's go.
That'd be cool. Well, hopefully you can come to San Diego.
I would love to do that.
Chicago.
Yeah, any of the other cons as well.
To you, isn't it?
Actually, Toronto is like really close to me. Actually, I'm kind of like smack dab in the middle of Toronto and Chicago.
Toronto's a good show, and actually, it's a little cheaper because the U.S. dollar is stronger. So if you buy, you can technically buy more. So.
Hey.
I wanted to, but if not, like Chicago's, Chicago's a great show too. Like I said, Peter Cullen and Frank Welker. I think this is their last year doing the signing tour together. So, if you guys are looking to get an autograph from Optimus Prime and Megatron, now's the time to do it. Don't miss out. So, but you don't want to miss out on this awesome Kickstarter I'm doing too. That's days left. Don't forget that, because it's got 6 days left and you're almost at your last stretch goal. So go check it out. And also, unless if we surpass that, then I got to open up more stretch goals. But feel free to message me if there's something you guys like.
Yes.
That you guys want in there. I can add tiers and things like that.
Yes, because I know you did run out of the Venoms. So if somebody wants to add more Venoms, or like Kyle's asking about the DC books or whatever, do hit him up and message her. Also, if anybody in chat needs help starting your Kickstarter account or trying to figure out how to back something, just hit me up. I will gladly do a one-on-one with you.
Kpop is the mistress of Kickstarter. She knows
mistress
more than I do. I was like, oh wow.
Listen, and you wouldn't even have known this had you still been sleeping. I'm just saying.
That is true. That is true. I would still be like, oh, hey John, what's up? I would be still like, oh man, I missed out.
Yeah.
So but, I'm glad I'm here. So thank you guys, and thank you for hanging in there too. So
you're welcome. Ozzy, we're leaving. Listen,
I'm a trooper. I'm not even thinking about that. I just want to get over this concrete, man. This is it's lingering.
Lingering.
So
the Elvira.
Elvira, she is Elvira.
Yes. Facts.
I'm not going to make t-shirts of that. The Elvira of comics.
I should do that. Yes.
That's right.
I'll wear it when I meet you at Motor City. It'd be great.
So maybe Elvira might take offense to that. So maybe you have to try something else, like Selvira of Kickstarter.
I like this. I like where this is going, because I am huge into the horror. I love my horror.
K-pop of Kickstarter, or I don't know.
Something. Well, I'll figure it out. We'll make it work. I'll figure it out. But yes.
Best man in the game. You're gonna make E-Man upset if you say that.
That's okay. He's already my hair nemesis. I will make that made, and I will wear that in front of him. Let me tell you. I am, however, nominated for best hair in the CBCU. Nominated for a couple things. So
So they have Catpool in it, by the way. Was he not in it?
I did not see. Did I not see it? I don't remember. I've seen too many things.
There is a Catpool, so I think they're doing an Animal Deadpool comic. I'm sure, just because. Yep. See, there it is. He's gonna fight her now.
He's already. This is like 3 years, I think, of him harassing me about fighting me as hair nemesis by now.
See, and then your hairs are gonna get tangled, and they'll fall in love, and you're like, oh, you have to cut your hair off because they're gonna run off to Vegas together.
You know what's gonna happen? We're gonna be just like, and then it's just gonna immediately just braid itself together, and then we're gonna be stuck together for life.
Flies off and becomes its own person.
It will. It will become superpowers at this point.
It becomes K-Man or K-Man. I don't know. It becomes something else.
Oh no! Yeah,
All right. We have seen too many things. All right, guys.
We have talked and seen things, but let's get out of here. And thank you. I really hope you feel better. And thank you very much.
This is Jonboy Meyers on medication saying thank you for joining us. And sorry I'm late. And thank you for backing the Kickstarter and having me on the show and talking about Deadpool spoilers and everything related to Volume 1 of my Kickstarter. It was really. I'm excited to see Deadpool movie now. I can't wait. So,
we have convinced you to go see it.
I want to see it. It's just a matter of when. So hopefully I can make it happen. And hopefully I can stick my camera in there and just record the whole thing and I can watch it all over again. So
Even better. Even better. Yeah.
I could live stream it.
Ooh, you know, that would be the biggest live stream of all time right now. It's so hot. It's so in right now.
That'd be such a big lawsuit. I would probably go to jail. They would throw me in jail.
However, you could just keep live streaming from jail, I guess, possibly. I mean, I don't know.
I'll probably get beat up in jail. It's like, you're the guy who spoiled Deadpool. Like,
no, they might welcome it, because how do they see it in jail?
I'm sure they could see it. I'm sure, you know, you can smoke anything in the jail. So.
I don't know how that works. I don't know how that works.
Cell phones in there. You could sneak a movie in there. I'm
possibly.
sure.
Yes,
I'm sure somebody does.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Let's get out of here. We're gonna get out of here.
All right. Good night, guys. We'll see you
Bye.
later.
See you guys. Bye. Oh, you're welcome. Bye. I can't get out of here. I'm stuck. I'm frozen. I don't know why my thing isn't ended.